Okay, hello everyone. I am Green Kid, and this is game 2 of INnoVation versus Clem from the Stay at Home Cup #1 on April 12th. So, this is a best of 3 series, and INnoVation did scrape by with the first win with a destruction of Clem's army. So, I'm excited to see how game 2 can go. So I expect a very standard, similar start from both of these players. Again, just starting with the barracks double supply depot wall. Very standard stuff. And I do expect to see a scout coming out at around 1:30 to 2 minutes. But keep in mind, if you do send out a scout that late, it actually won't get through this wall the Terran players construct. And yeah, we do see a scout coming at 1:10 this game. But while scouting's not super crucial this early in the game, Terran v Terran, it can be quite impactful. And INnoVation's barracks will come out slightly quicker. Yeah, they come out... Oh, actually, Clem gets about 1 second on the barracks timing. Crucial, that might be GG, because Clem does have the 1 extra second of barracks. Oh, and he doesn't have the second supply depot, so this... the scout will go in and immediately turn around as he does see the command center going up. He doesn't decide to try to stall it, even though he probably could 1v1 SCV stall this command center going up. Because INnoVation did not send a worker to his side, he could get a leg up. As both workers pass each other, these players playing very similar. A Reaper coming out on the exact same timing as well from both players. The Reaper SCV scrap! But blue team INnoVation does have the high ground. He will win this. He will lose the SCV battle, but he will win the Reaper scrap. And this is fine because Reapers do regenerate health fairly quickly outside of combat. And he will... INnoVation gives his opponent a question mark as they come up with the exact same strategy, but Liquid Clem. You can tell why he's on Team Liquid. A little bit for his micro. He says no, and Clem runs away. Doesn't get any value with this Reaper because INnoVation said no. You've seen it here first, folks. If you're in a tournament and your opponent's about to give you some big early game harass, if you just say no in the chat, they cannot attack you. I think it's against the rules. They cannot hit you. We see INnoVation pulling out all the stops this game. But Clem decides, you know what? I actually will go in. And not just with this Reaper. With the Hellion too. And if you don't remember what the Hellion can do to creeps, to SCVs. If you put them in a line, can kill 3 or 4 SCVs in 1 or 2 shots. Can just flame them right up. As INnoVation and Clem going for extremely similar builds this game. But we do see a Raven going to come out. Do we have any tech yet? No tech in progress from either team. We do see factories building tech labs very quickly. So we have reactors to make double marines. We have a tech lab for the starport and a tech lab for the factory. So it's possible that we see a transition into mech from INnoVation. As the Hellions, the 3 INnoVation Hellions do kill red Liquid Clem's 1 Hellion. His micro isn't that good. He can't 1v3. Why is he here in this pro tournament? Okay, this could be pretty dastardly. The 3 Hellions, ooh, they go in. They get some marine damage. Doing a bit of intense micro right here. They should be able to wipe all these marines if they're careful. Ah, okay. Clem is starting to split his up in a line like this, you see. If you put them in a line perpendicular to the Hellions, you're safe. But if you put them parallel to the Hellions, the Hellion fire will spread and hit all of those units and get a big wipe. And that is what he's scared of. Oh, INnoVation does scout the medevac. Oh, That's INnoVation's medevac. Never mind, everyone. This blue medevac going to drop these Hellions in. Oh, he had a Widow Mine back in the mineral line. That was awful. Oh no, he didn't have a Widow Mine. He just set the siege tank up. So we did see 10 workers fall right there. You see how fast that just obliterated 10 workers? He's already 7 ahead as his opponent has to remake these workers extremely quickly using both his command centers. Wow. A bit of micro, a little bit of time spent just to clear out 10 entire workers. That is 500 minerals. As they are, that's about 20 seconds, 15 seconds right now worth of mineral income. And you're saying, was it worth it? Well, you know, harass usually is worth it. Just part 1, to get in your opponent's head. It's really great to just be controlling your opponent subconsciously. And number 2, oh, we see INnoVation just planting some garbage in. As he does get 4 more workers down, he is now a 10 worker lead. As Clem is doing everything he can to mash the make worker button right now. He's not actually that far behind in econ though. Being about 10 workers behind at this stage in the game is not incredibly bad if you have your army up. And these two teams do have about equal army, but they do have different compositions here. Vikings can shut down these Ravens from Clem. While the Ravens do have the ability to completely shut down a unit for a few seconds with energy, the Ravens can get killed pretty quickly as they are kind of squishy air units compared to these strong DPS of the Viking. With 135 health versus the Ravens 122 health. The Ravens damage up. Okay, Stem is about to come out for INnoVation. Let's see. This is going to be the first Stem. Stem comes out for INnoVation. As he is quite ahead on tech, he's already started researching all 3 of these. And Clem has not. He's just decided to go for the army approach. We see these Ravens drop down 3 auto turrets. These can do quite a lot of damage as the siege tanks trade hits after hits. But just like I said, these Vikings do crucial damage in the air to the Ravens and the medevacs. Then they all drop down at the same time and they do bigger damage to the siege tanks because they are tanky enough and armored enough to kill siege tanks. They drop right on them and they get them really quick. So we do see INnoVation pulling out all of the stops in that fight, as he does keep a tank, a few Marines, 4 Vikings, and 2 Ravens up, along with 1 Cyclone. We do see Clem sending 1 Marine across the map to scout, making sure INnoVation's not going for any sneaky, cheesy bases across the map. Just doing some regular scouting patterns around here, keeping some vision up. But I don't think vision is what he should be worried about. He should be worried about his home base. His 3rd expansion is what he should be worried about. He should be worried about being 10 ahead in workers, but 10 supply behind in army. That's just not something you want to see. While he can produce fast, he does have to keep ahead in econ, as he is getting about 2/3 as much gas right now with 900 to 600. But that is not a lead he can keep because INnoVation's 3rd is up and running with the army about to come in. And we do see the infantry armor about to finish. Still no tech from Clem. This is horrible because even if he can make the same amount of Marines, they will lose 1-on-1 per Marine. And here in the bottom right, you can see the total losses so far. Clem has lost 7,000 minerals worth of troops right here, as they are evening out, as it is easier to defend than attack on Terran, as you have seen this game, because the siege tanks and Vikings are so powerful on defense when you have the vision, when you have the setup, when you have the time. Siege tanks require less micro if you can get them set up in crucial points around your base, like we see right now. You support them with the Vikings so they don't get shut down by a Raven. But we do see the tech for upgrades from INnoVation here, as he is a little bit behind on economy, but it doesn't really matter because his army's ahead. He's producing Marauders, he's producing tanks, he's producing medevacs. You know he's about to go for a big drop, but he already has the units for it. All he's doing right now is bolstering his army to go in and absolutely wipe Clem's base out. I think he's going to go for the third or the natural here. He's not going for a full wipe, although he can go for a backdrop where he drops the medevacs back here or back here and tries to get into the main. But honestly, right now, I don't think getting in the main would be worth it because, well, he does have supply and construction back there. Oh, INnoVation is about to be supply blocked if he doesn't pay attention. Does he have any supply depots being made right now? I think INnoVation is supply capped right now. Yeah. He's making more supply depots. There he goes. INnoVation bringing these medevacs all the way around town, like I'm saying. If he can get a fat drop at a base without a siege tank, this will be crucial. He afterburners in. There is no siege tank back at the main. He's going to drop some Marauders in while he does make a full frontal assault. These Marauders are going to do quite the damage. 4, 7, 8 workers going down. You can see on the left, 8 workers are down as the siege tanks do put a bit of a show off. So the red team doesn't see what's happening to his main base. And he did quickly turn around, deploy some siege tanks in his main base. But the workers, go back to work. No, you have to keep these off. 11 workers go down. Even more are going to fall as they resume mining. What is going on, Clem? Get your boys out of there. 20 workers fall to this 2 medevac drop. Vikings are going to fall down. He is just killing the supply of Clem. He needs to focus this 1 supply depot before his troops go down if he wants to get more value. Now I say more value, but he got 27 workers out of that push. This was a big push so far, from the top and from the bottom at the same time. But the red army does come through, reconnect with blue. The red army will wipe all of this fairly quickly, except for that 1 afterburnered medevac that did get out with 3 Marauders, yeah? With 3 Marauders. Wow. INnoVation having about double the worker count. Clem being out of supply right now. He has to make anything. He has to make supply depots before he does anything. And that is where you saw the power of upgrades. Because if a Marine was going up against a siege tank like that... Okay. The Marines back here were so strong by themselves that with the Marauders and the medevacs, they were able to clear almost an entire base of workers. And when Clem pulled troops off the front line to go defend against this, the blue team just played leapfrog with the siege tanks, moved in, and then, when Clem was focusing on these 2 fronts, he brought in more medevacs up here and just cleared out all of the natural. So an absolutely fantastic game played from INnoVation, ending up having about double the worker count. Incredible game. Thank you guys for watching.